So we have an article here from Insider. You know, they're reputable. You know, did I say that right? Reputable. Let me go with that. Insider. They did a study on couples, right? And it says that those who spent more were more likely to get divorced.
And I've heard that.
Right. I have too. So before we get into the ends of that article, what was some like initial thoughts on that statement?
So like before I've heard about it, I was like, what do you mean, like you had the fairy tale wedding? What more could you possibly ask for? And y'all are really in love and you're gallivanting through a garden. And then I got married. Okay, so we had a chamber wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, it was literally us and less than 10 people in our pastor's office at the church, you know, on a Wednesday. You know, it was pretty simple, and I feel like we did the best thing for us. But then after we got married, then I started paying attention to other people's weddings. And I started noticing, not all, but some people were so focused on making the wedding such a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is such a show. It's such a big event that, like, we're not focusing on the relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, most husbands check out during the wedding planning process.
Big facts.
Okay. You check out and you just tell me, I don't know, whatever you want, I'll pay for it. Just go do it. No. It's a no for me. Because, like, we should be doing this together. That's just me. But anyways, I'm off topic. I just feel like you should spend more time working on the relationship than you should on the wedding. And I get it. The wedding is like a big tradition and it's a good, like, meshing of families. But I just don't think you should have to go all the way out for this relationship, especially if you're broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't cash out your 401k or take out your child's college fund and give it to them to get married.
Yeah. I mean, my initial thoughts, pretty much that, right? Like, for one, it's not tricking if you got it. There's an old saying, right? That is, if you got it, cool. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if you don't, it probably is some other stuff that money can go towards than the wedding. And so I don't know. I've never really, that never has been something that was like
a big thing for you.
A big thing for me.
Yeah.
I would go on and say that I could pass if I had to. And we did. You know, so that's just personal, but let's dive into this article and see what else it was talking about here. So it says, basically, the study found an inverse association between wedding spending and marriage duration, aka the less expensive the wedding, the longer they stayed together. And the crazy part is, I'm thinking, okay, so what they do, surveyed 100 couples. They surveyed 3,000 couples. Okay, so that's a pretty big sample size. Like, I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? So I was actually surprised by that. But it said, according to the study, the amount that the couple spend on an engagement ring and the ceremony is inversely associated with the marriage duration too. So they also went in with the rings, you know, and I forgot, like, people be getting like 2 rings when they get married. Yes. I'm here to tell y'all, Q had one that was engagement and wedding ring.
The band and the ring.
Man, no cap. So I forgot about that though till I was reading that. I'm like, man, I forgot. People do be getting
they engagement ring be fat, and then they got to get the wedding ring to match.
That's blessed right there. They blessed.
Yeah, they blessed.
I ain't mad at it.
But that ring be looking nicer than their marriage.
Hey, sometimes it be like that.
They be holding together the whole marriage. Gotta stay with you for that ring.
I don't want to lose this ring.
Yeah, exactly. Nah. You playing, but sure, some folks that really think that it's cute on my hand.
Man. But listen, so it said in engagement ring, it said researchers found that the more money spent, the more likely it was to divorce, especially once the ring reached more than $2,000.
Why do you think that is?
Why? I mean, it just adds on to ultimately for like I think underlining everything is like the debt and the money issues possibly because if statistics say that that's the number one reason for divorce anyways, it's like money issues, money problems, then I could only see how a $20,000 wedding and a $2,000, $4,000 ring could just add on to that debt. You know what I mean?
Because I could think of it that like if you get a $2,000 ring, but you got a $500 marriage, you know what I'm saying, like lifestyle, it will cause problems because you promised me a lifestyle that matched this ring.
That's I can see that.
We eating on a McDonald's budget.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? It would cause problems, but that's where I
don't know.
That's why I'm like, you don't know the person you marrying before you doing all this.
Yeah, you definitely should find out.
That's why I say like. That's why I was just saying that like people are spending so much time planning the wedding and the engagement and stuff. They're not focusing on the relationship.
When that's what's going to have to withstand the test of time. You get another ring,
right?
For sure. Right. You know, at some point in time. And so it said in that sample of men spending between $2,000 and $4,000 on an engagement ring, they saw 1.3 times greater like hazard of divorce coming as compared to those who spent like between $500 and $2,000. So it was like basically the more you spent on that ring, the higher they saw that divorce rate go up as well. And so
money, more problems.
That's what Biggie said. He said it, and apparently in a lot of cases it's true.
You probably blow that woman's head up. You know, she walking down the store. Oh, girl, that ring is nice.
That's possible. That's one of the. I mean, that could go with it, and should be possibly working on the marriage between him and her. You know, so when you get to the weddings part, it said weddings that cost less than $1,000 had a significant decrease in the likelihood of divorce, and weddings costing more than $20,000 increased by 1.6 times. To have that divorce. Yeah. So I think, but here's the thing. Here's what I think is one of the most biggest keys in this whole article that I read. It said, according to the study, it said professors also found that one other characteristic impacted the divorce risk: how important one another's looks were in the decision to marry. And it said, it reported that partners' looks were really important in the decision to marry. It is significantly associated with shorter marriage duration. And when I read that, I was like, that's the key.
I feel like we talked about this too.
We probably have before, because that's a big key. Like a lot of, especially in today's time, like with social media, like, it's all about what does it look like? And ultimately looks fade.
It does.
Like everything that's up and tight right now is going to droop to the ground. It's going down. It's going down.
Up and tight right now.
I'm just saying, whatever it is going down.
Yeah.
You know, and so it has to be built on more than just the looks. But if that's all you basing it on, you're in trouble.
It's bound to change.
You are in trouble.
Like,
when it changed.
Yeah. It's bound to change. I mean, there's so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Looks fade away. Time. Accidents happen. What you gonna do if you were so in love with the way your husband looked and he had a car accident, it scarred his face for life, or took his nose, you know what I mean? Well, that was what you were built on right there. Yeah, your side.
That was.
Now you looking at him crazy.
Like, oof. God.
Still the same dude though.
That's right.
So it really comes down to, you got married for in here, up here, because that lasts way longer.